My child, I see the battle you're in. I see the fire you're walking through. And before you think for one moment that you're being punished, let me tell you the truth. You're being targeted, not because you're weak, but because you're powerful, because you're anointed, because the enemy knows who you are, even before you fully do. The devil doesn't waste time attacking those who are already defeated. He comes after the ones who are rising, the ones who carry light in a dark world, the ones who are dangerous to his plans. You see, the pain you feel isn't proof that I've abandoned you. It's proof that the enemy fears you. Let me say that again. You are being attacked because you are a threat. The devil has seen your future. He has watched the seeds of purpose I planted in your spirit. He sees the warrior in you, even when you're kneeling in tears, even when you think you're not enough. He knows that when you step fully into your calling, chains will break, generations will be healed, lives will change, and strongholds will fall. That's why he's working overtime. That's why the battles seem relentless. That's why the pressure has increased. He's trying to stop what I'm building in you before it grows too strong to contain. But listen to me, child. He cannot stop what I have ordained. What I've spoken over your life still stands. The promises I made still hold. My plan for you hasn't changed just because the war has intensified. In fact, the battle is confirmation that you're walking in the right direction. I know there are moments when you whisper to yourself, "Why is this happening to me? Why does it feel like everything is against me?" But I want you to look at the battle differently. The warfare isn't random, it's calculated, because you are carrying something sacred. You may not feel like it right now. You may feel broken, confused, exhausted, but you are carrying purpose, power, light, truth, and the enemy hates that. He sees the calling I've placed on your life. He's afraid of your voice, your gifts, your obedience, your worship. Because when you speak from the Spirit, hell trembles. When you pray, mountains move. When you walk in faith, generational curses break. Do you see it now? The storm isn't to destroy you, it's to distract you, to make you forget who you are and who you belong to. But I haven't forgotten, and I won't let you forget either. So let me remind you, you are not weak. You are not alone. You are not abandoned. You are a child of the Most High God, marked by grace, filled with my Spirit, covered by my blood, and equipped for battle. Yes, the fight is real, but so is your authority. You are not fighting for victory. You're fighting from victory. I already won this war on the cross. And because I overcame, you will overcome. You may feel surrounded, but I've surrounded your enemies. You may feel pressed, but you are not crushed. You may feel struck down, but you are not destroyed. Because what I've placed inside you, no weapon formed against it can prosper. So don't be discouraged by the attack. Be encouraged by what it means. It means you're doing something right. It means you're stepping into something holy. It means the enemy sees you getting stronger, and he's scared. That fear he's throwing at you, it's his last tactic, because he knows his time is short, because he knows you're about to step into something powerful. But my child, do not fear, because I am with you in this. I am your armor. I am your shield. I am your sword. And I am the God who never loses a battle. I know the thoughts that torment you when the night gets quiet. I know how doubt creeps in when the prayers seem unanswered. But those moments do not define you. Let me tell you what does. It's your heart that still hopes even when it's hurting. It's your faith that still whispers, Amen, when everything around you screams, give up. It's your refusal to quit, even when you have every reason to. I see that. I honor that, and I will reward that. You don't need to be perfect to be powerful. You just need to be willing, and I know you are. So I want you to rise today, not in your own strength, but in mine. Let go of the shame. Let go of the lies. Let go of the question, why me? And replace it with this truth. Because I'm chosen. Because I'm dangerous to the darkness. Because I was born for this. Every scar, every tear, every late night, I've seen it all, and none of it is wasted. I am using every piece of your story, even the broken ones, to build something beautiful. So don't hide your wounds. Don't be ashamed of your struggles. They are proof that you have fought battles and survived, and you're still standing. That's what makes you dangerous. That's what makes you unstoppable, and that's what makes you mine. So the next time the enemy whispers, you're not good enough, you tell him this: I'm not here because I'm perfect. I'm here because I'm chosen. I'm not here because I have all the answers. I'm here because I have Jesus. And with him I lack nothing. And when it gets hard to say it out loud, say it in your heart, say it in your spirit, let it echo in your bones, because the truth of who you are doesn't change with your feelings. It's rooted in me, and I never change. I have declared you blessed, and no curse can override that. I have called you mine, and no enemy can snatch you from my hand. Yes, the attack is real, but my promise is greater, my grace is stronger, and my plan is still unfolding. The enemy will try, but he will not win. You were created for victory. You were born for purpose. And the very fact that you're still here, still breathing, still fighting, still standing, is the proof that hell couldn't break you. You are more dangerous than you know. Let the enemy tremble. Let the darkness shrink, because my child is rising. Because my child has fire in their bones, because my child has heaven behind them, and the gates of hell shall not prevail. Hold on to that truth, and if your heart agrees with it, declare it now. Comment Amen below. Let it be your stand. Let it be your declaration of victory. Let it be your reminder that though the battle is fierce, the warrior inside you is fiercer. And I am with you. Always. My child, you are still standing, and that alone terrifies the enemy. You see, after everything you've been through, the sleepless nights, the betrayal, the unanswered prayers, after the moments where you fell to your knees and whispered, God, I can't take this anymore. You're still here, still listening, still hoping, still pressing forward. That kind of faith, that kind of strength, it doesn't come from the world. It comes from me. The enemy hoped you would break. He hoped you would walk away. He tried to convince you that I was silent, that I was gone. But you didn't walk away. Even when you were limping, even when you were crying, even when you didn't understand, you stayed. And that, my child, makes you unstoppable. It's not your perfection I'm after. It's your persistence. It's your heart that keeps returning to me, even when you don't have all the answers. The devil fears your comeback. He fears the moment you realize your identity in me. Because once you do, once you truly understand who you are and what you carry, he loses all control. So let me tell you again, you are not a mistake. You are not too far gone. You are not broken beyond repair. You are mine. You are redeemed. You are restored. You are a warrior in the kingdom of heaven. And every time you choose faith over fear, you punch a hole in the darkness. You may think your prayers are small, You may think your worship is quiet, but in the spiritual realm your voice shakes foundations. Your obedience tears down walls. Your resilience is a weapon, because when you refuse to bow to discouragement, when you lift your eyes to me in the middle of the storm, you are declaring war against the very forces of hell. The devil sees that, and he's terrified. That's why he sends distractions, not because you're failing, but because you're close. Closer to breakthrough, closer to purpose, closer to the life I designed just for you. But don't get discouraged by the opposition. The attack is confirmation. You are becoming who I created you to be. The refining hurts, yes, but what comes out of it is unshakable. You might say, "But Lord, I don't feel strong. My heart feels heavy. My mind feels tired. My body feels weak." And to that I say, that's where I come in. Because when you are weak, I am strong. When you are weary, I carry you. When you feel you have nothing left, I become your everything. My power is made perfect in your weakness. So don't run from it. Bring it to me. You don't need to pretend. I already see everything. The questions, the doubts, the guilt you carry from things I've already forgiven. The shame that was never yours to hold. Bring it all to me. Lay it at my feet, and I will give you rest. Real rest. The kind that fills your soul and steadies your heart. The kind of rest that reminds you, this battle is not mine alone. My God fights for me. Yes, I fight for you. Even when you don't see it, even when you can't feel it, even when it seems like heaven is silent. I am never absent. I am never distracted. I am never late. I am always with you. You may wonder, if you're with me, Lord, then why is this so hard? If you're guiding me, why does the path feel so unclear? Child, sometimes I allow the path to dim, not to confuse you, but to teach you to trust the light within. My spirit in you is not just for comfort, it is for power. Power to endure, power to discern, power to overcome. You are not walking blind. You are walking by faith, and every time you take another step forward, heaven rejoices. The devil hoped you would freeze in fear, but you moved. You kept going, and that move, that step, it echoed in the spirit world. It said, I'm not giving up. I'm still trusting. I'm still choosing God. And when you did that, my angels stood to attention. Your faith activated things in the unseen. Doors began to shift. Chains began to crack. Wounds began to heal. You didn't see it, but I did. Because I am the God who sees in secret, and I reward openly. So don't stop. Don't give up because of what you don't see. Hold fast because of what I do see. Your reward is not a maybe. It's a promise. I see your consistency. I see your faithfulness when no one is watching. I see your integrity when it would be easier to quit. I see your love when you choose to forgive the unforgivable. I see your generosity when you give from your lack. I see your strength when you worship through tears. You think you're weak? Let me show you what strength really looks like. It looks like falling 7 times, but getting up 8. It looks like praying again when you've seen no change. It looks like holding on to hope when everyone else lets go. That is holy. That is strength. That is dangerous to the devil. And that's exactly who you are. You may not have seen your victory yet, but child, you're walking in it right now. Victory is not just the end of the story. It's the posture of your spirit as you walk through the trial. You are victorious because I live in you. You are victorious because the grave couldn't hold me, and now nothing can hold you. Not fear, not shame, not past mistakes, not even the plans of hell itself. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Because I didn't just call you to survive, I called you to conquer. So pick up your head, straighten your back, lift your voice again, stand tall in the armor I've given you. And if your hands are trembling, let me hold them. If your knees are weak, I will steady you. If your heart is breaking, I will mend it, piece by piece. You are not walking through this alone. The enemy is loud right now because he's losing control. He's trying to distract you from the door I'm opening. But don't let the noise confuse you. Stay focused, stay rooted, stay grounded in me. Because I'm not just bringing you through this storm, I'm changing you in the middle of it. You're growing, you're maturing, you're transforming, and you are becoming dangerous. Not because of anything in this world, but because you're full of me, full of my spirit, full of my promises, full of my truth. You are armed with faith, crowned with purpose, and wrapped in my righteousness. And when you walk in that, the enemy trembles. So I ask you now, will you believe what I say about you? Will you trust that you are who I say you are? Because the moment you do, the moment you fully embrace my truth is the moment the devil loses every bit of ground. You don't need to fear what's ahead. I am already there. You don't need to carry the weight alone. I already took it. So rest now, child, and rise in strength, because your battle is not in vain. Your pain is not wasted, and your purpose is not forgotten. You were born for this, anointed for this, prepared for this moment, and I am here, walking with you into victory. If your heart agrees, if these words resonate in your spirit, comment Amen below. Let it be your war cry. Let it be your stand. Let it be your agreement with heaven, that you will not be shaken, you will not be silenced, and you will not be defeated. Because you are mine, and I have already overcome. My beloved, you've come so far. You've walked through storms that should have drowned you. You've survived fires that should have consumed you. And yet, here you are, still breathing, still standing, still choosing me. And I want you to know that matters. Every tear you've shed, every battle you fought silently, every moment you resisted the urge to give up, heaven has recorded it. You are not invisible. You are not forgotten. You are not just another soul wandering through life. You are chosen. You are set apart. You are mine. Yes, the enemy sees you. He studies you. He watches the moments when your faith is shaking. Not because he's winning, but because he's afraid of what's about to be unleashed through you. Let me ask you something, child. Do you really think all these attacks have been about where you are? No, they've always been about where you're going. The devil knows what's coming. He knows there's something powerful about your calling. He knows your destiny is soaked in heaven's purpose. He knows that when you finally step into the fullness of who I created you to be, nothing will ever be the same. That's why the attacks have been personal. That's why the warfare has hit your mind, your family, your identity. He's tried to break your confidence because he can't touch your calling. He's tried to plant seeds of doubt because he can't undo what I've spoken. But here's what the enemy always forgets. I use what was meant for harm and turn it into glory. I take what the enemy tries to use as a weapon, and I make it into your testimony. He sent heartbreak to destroy you. I used it to deepen your compassion. He sent delay to discourage you. I used it to strengthen your patience. He sent shame to silence you. I used it to give you a voice that sets captives free. Everything he tried to use to break you, I'm using to build you. You are not just a survivor. You are a living testimony of my faithfulness. And don't you dare let him convince you otherwise. Yes, he knows you're dangerous. But do you? Do you know what happens when you pray with authority, when you walk in obedience, when you praise me in the middle of pain? The atmosphere shifts, chains break, demons flee, hearts are healed, heaven draws near. Your life is not ordinary, it is marked. And child, what I mark, no enemy can erase. That's why you feel the pressure increasing. That's why the battles have multiplied. Not because I've left you, but because I'm promoting you. Because I'm preparing you. The higher the calling, the hotter the fire. But the fire is not to burn you, it's to refine you, to bring out the gold in you, to remove the lies, to destroy the fear, to uncover the boldness, the purity, the fire that I placed in your soul before you were even born. Yes, even before your first breath, I saw you. I knew you. I called you. And I am calling you still. This is not the end of your story. This is the birthing ground of your purpose. So I need you to do something brave. I need you to believe again. Believe that what I said still stands. Believe that you were created for impact. Believe that your life carries meaning. Believe that your future is greater than your past. I know it's hard to hope when you're still bleeding. I know it's hard to dream when disappointment has sat at your table. But child, I am the resurrection and the life. I breathe on dry bones. I speak to broken dreams. I resurrect what others have buried. Nothing is too far gone for me. Not your situation, not your faith, not your story. The enemy has tried to convince you that this season defines you, that your pain is your identity. But hear me clearly. The attack is not your identity. It is only evidence of your assignment. Your real identity is rooted in my love, and my love is unshakable, immovable, eternal. You are loved not for what you do, but for who you are. You are my child. You are my joy. You are my vessel. And you are dangerous to darkness because you carry my light. And no matter how dark this world gets, my light in you will always shine brighter. So shine, even when it's hard, even when no one claps, even when it feels like you're standing alone. Shine anyway. Because when you do, others trapped in darkness will see hope. They'll see me. This is your assignment. To carry the light into places that have forgotten it. To speak life where others speak death. To stand in truth when the world bows to lies, and that takes courage. But I know you have it, because you have me. You're not in this fight alone. I've surrounded you with angels. I've equipped you with weapons. I've filled you with my spirit. So when you feel the attacks rising again, don't panic. Praise. Don't retreat. Advance. The enemy doesn't get the final word. I do. And my word over you is victory. You may not feel it today. You may still be carrying wounds. But those wounds will one day be scars. And those scars will tell a story of how hell tried to kill you. But heaven fought for you. And you won. Because I never left you. Because I never will. Even now I am speaking into the depths of your soul. I'm igniting the fire again. I'm awakening what the enemy tried to bury. That passion, it's coming back. That joy, it's returning. That strength, it's rising. Because you are not just healing. You are becoming. Becoming the warrior I designed you to be. Becoming the leader, the encourager, the world changer. You may not feel ready, but I'm ready in you. You may not see the whole path, but I've already prepared the way. So take the step. Don't wait until it's easy. Don't wait until it makes sense. Just trust. Just move. Because on the other side of this battle is a victory you can't yet imagine. And when you step into that victory, when you finally walk in the purpose that's been burning in your bones, the enemy will wish he had never touched you. What he meant for evil, I will use for good. What he tried to silence, I will amplify. What he tried to bury, I will resurrect. So keep pressing forward. Keep your eyes on me. Keep your heart anchored in my promises. Keep your spirit rooted in truth. And remember this: the enemy doesn't attack what's empty. He attacks what's full of purpose, full of destiny, full of fire, full of God. That's you. You are not weak. You are not a mistake. You are not the sum of your failures. You are dangerous because you're mine. And if your heart agrees with this, if your spirit bears witness to my words, comment Amen below, not as a ritual, but as a declaration that you will not back down, a declaration that you are still standing, a declaration that you are ready to walk boldly into the life I've called you to. Say amen and let the enemy hear it. Let hell know that you're not quitting, that you're not afraid, that you're armed with truth and filled with grace and wrapped in victory. Because this is not your ending, it's your beginning. You are rising, you are ready, and I am with you always.